Hello dears, and welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Anna. Today we are on the terrace because there's a true storm here in the area. It's raining quite hard and you cannot even see the mountains right there in the national park here in Benidorm. So from here we'll be telling you all the latest news updates from Spain and Benidorm's town. First of all, let's talk about the situation as usual. As you know, we don't receive the data every single day. However, yesterday we've been given the new numbers and the news are very good. The index dropped back again by approximately 9-10 points, up until 436 new cases per every 100,000 people. And in these 3-4 days, we've had more or less 54,147 new cases confirmed. Our Ministry of Health and the government finally have approved the new plan towards the end of pandemics. This plan consists of several steps, and first one of them will starting from next Monday, 28th of March. What is going to be happening? The most important thing is that starting from next Monday, people that have positive cases that have been diagnosed with a positive result will not need to have obligatory quarantine, which means that they will just be recommended to stay at home or minimize the amount of people that they are in tight contact and use a mask when they go out. However, they will be able to go to work, the children will be able to go to school, and everything will be as it normally was before pandemic hit us. General testing, massive testing will be stopped as well. Only people who are in a risk or suspect to have a very hard and high symptoms, dangerous symptoms, then these ones will get a test to be diagnosed and be treated. However, the general population will not be given tests just like this in the hospitals. You can purchase antigen tests still if you want to, or you can go to a private hospital. However, just giving a test for everyone that are coming with these symptoms to the public health institutions will not be the case anymore. There will be several steps in this plan, and as a lot of experts are saying, probably the last step will be the elimination of masks. We don't know for how long this will be, but it's quite probable that it's more or less for 1 month's time. So every single week or every 2 weeks, there's going to be another step towards the end of pandemics. And the last one probably will be the elimination of masks. So we can speak around mid-April maybe, or even towards the end of April, right before the summer season. Probably masks will not be obligatory indoors anymore. What's happening in Benidorm and Valencian community? Here the cases are decreasing once again, which is just great, and in a lot of other areas of Spain as well. In Canarian Islands, all restrictions will be suspended. No restrictions anymore. They say if the situation changes, they might be putting them on back again. However, right now, starting from this Thursday, which is tomorrow, all restrictions will be gone in Canarian Islands. The second news that I wanted to share with you all comes from the tourism and hotels industry here in the zone. And they are waving a red flag right now and are saying that very soon they might have serious issues. Basically, they were already forced to higher up the prices and increase the prices by approximately 20%, not only in hotels or services, but also in bars, cafeterias and restaurants, due to the continuous inflation in Spain and the rise for prices basically for everything. What happened right now is that we have the transport total stop of truck system. No one is driving. Truck drivers have stopped working up until the government will give them everything that they want and better working conditions. With that being said, you know already that some of the regions here in Spain had serious issues with the lack of basic products, and this is expanding towards the overall Spain. Hotels and hosteleria are already starting to say, even in our Valencian region, which was initially not as affected by this issue, even our hotels are saying that they start to have lack of specific products, and because truck drivers are not working right now, there is no possible way to transport the amount of products that they need. Some bars and restaurants, especially those who are working with the sea products and fish, are saying that they are simply not able to provide paella or typical snacks, Spanish traditional snacks made of seafood or fried fish, because there are no fish. There's nowhere to buy it, because even workers at the port, at the marine port, who are usually going away to get the fish towards the sea, they stopped working as well. So the situation is very difficult. And on top of all this, which is already more than enough, the news that came on today is that the drivers, the bus drivers, the shuttle bus, the transfer service drivers are planning to go on protests on the next following days, which means that if by any chance shuttle bus drivers or transfer company drivers will stop working, which I hope, sincerely hope that it's not going to be the case, and so far nothing has been confirmed, just that they are going on manifestations and protests. If that will be the case, it's going to be a hard situation here in the region, because tourists will not be able to arrive. And if this happens, bookings will stop arriving. There's going to be massive cancellations, which is not good for the recovery of the economy of our region, which has started to recover, but everything might get down once again. By the way, today, as every Wednesday, all the ministers have gathered together in the parliament, and there's a huge meeting where they are basically giving questions one to each other and asking what will be done and what urgent measures will be taken. However, I think the government just doesn't get what the situation is, how delicate the situation is, and how urgent it is to make any kind of changes possible to stop this from happening, because milk production has already stopped officially. The transport system is not working. Shops have already put restrictions on purchase of milk, on sunflower oil, and on a lot of other different products. So it's very, very hard situation here, and people are slowly getting concerned about it and are buying each time more and more products at once, because they're afraid very soon supermarkets will be empty and will need to shut down. This might bring us serious issues, because not only there is a lack of food, but also lack of spirits and beer, for example. And you know that for Spanish and for a lot of tourists, having a small caña on the terrace, enjoying the views somewhere in the local restaurant, you know, typical Spanish, with typical Spanish snacks and foods. If there is no caña, if there is no beer, if there is no traditional typical Spanish seafood products, people will just not visit these places anymore, which might result in a true disaster for the economy of our region, and not only our one, but also a lot of other regions everywhere here in Spain. The only thing that the government did so far to try and prevent this situation, to try and make the truck drivers to get back to work, was basically to give them 500 million euros worth in gasoline, which means that they will return them this money to all the sector that they are using right now to pay the huge expensive prices of gasoline, which is good. This return of money is good, but it's not enough. It's not what the sector was asking for, and the situation is how it is right now. The last news that I wanted to let you know comes from Benidorm and Costa Blanca region. I know quite a lot of you are still interested on coming here and you're looking for a property, or for renting or purchasing a property here in Benidorm, Alicante or Costa Blanca. Right now the price is the highest one it's never been since 2008. So it's been more than 14 years that the prices have not been so high, exactly before the property and real estate bubble exploded in our faces. So this is a very delicate situation, and right now the property, the real estate, for more or less 100 square meters costs around 171,800 euros. This is the average price for our area. The sector is saying that the ones responsible for the rise of these prices are obviously the government, due to the delicate economic situation, the inflation in general, the cost of prime materials to build these properties, especially if they are newly built ones, and as well the interest of international tourism and international investors. The more international tourists and international people are coming to our region and start to be interested in the properties, the more prices are rising. And of course, the online work is also one of the main issues that the prices have been rising here in the zone, because people are coming here, they're purchasing properties in a good area near the Mediterranean Sea with nice climate, except for this one today, but this is just temporary issue. But apart from that, a lot of people are coming here because they don't mind staying here and working. They can do so because their work is 100% online. Right now, the most popular properties, the most demanded ones, are of course family homes. There are houses, independent houses or villas, because they have their own space in there, they have the garden, and people still want private space for them. However, these ones are the ones that grow in price the most. The same is happening on the islands, Canarian and Balearic Islands as well, Madrid, Barcelona, and other areas here in Spain. However, in Valencia, for example, prices have dropped just a little bit. Here in Benidorm, not only the purchase price is increasing, but also the rentals. Right now in Benidorm, the average rental price for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment, not a newly built, but in a good state, would cost you around 700 euros a month, plus minus, depending on where it is located and how new the apartment and the furniture inside is. But this is the basic price. Even though each time more and more properties are being put on sale right now here, especially from Russian living people here that just want to obtain immediate income because they're not able to transfer any kind of money from Russia anymore. So they need some money to be able to survive in here. So a lot of them are deciding to sell their properties, their villas, their houses, apartments, lofts, parcels, anything that they have in here. However, this still did not result in a decrease in prices, and we don't think this will be the case, to be honest with you. It's true that you're able to get some bargain or some discount when you talk to the owner or to the agency directly, but general decrease in prices probably will not be the case, at least so far. And now let's talk a little bit of what's waiting for all those of you who are coming during these days to Spain and our Benidorm region. As you can see right there behind my back, the rain is pouring. You can even hear it raining, and rain's dropping quite fast. So far, the rain is still present, very present in our lives, and will continue to do so up until next Monday. And starting from Tuesday, it's not going to be raining anymore. It's going to be sunny, nice, and warm here in the area. Right now, as for today, it's raining non-stop. As you can see, you can even hear it, I suppose, by the microphone. And this one right there should be the mountain, like more or less up until here, but you cannot even see it. This is the national park of between Albir and Benidorm, and it just disappeared with all the rain that we have in the zone. We have yellow and orange alerts in all the area of the Mediterranean, as you can see right here on the map, due to high wind, high waves, and rain in the region. Some streets are also flooded, so be very careful if you will be driving here in this zone with your car. Tomorrow, we will have a little bit of break from all the rain, and it's just going to be cloudy a little bit, and that's it. The temperatures are getting lower in all the areas where it's raining more, especially in the center of the mountains. As you can see on this second picture, even slightly behind the mountains where we are, we will have only 2 to 3 degrees, which is incredible, because here we have around 13-14 degrees today, which is still quite cold, I must say. In all other regions, the temperatures will be more or less the same without no major changes. And by the end of this week, temperatures will be rising up until 18-19 degrees here in this zone. In Alicante, 16 degrees today. In Barcelona, 14. Granada, 19. Malaga, 14. Sevilla, 17. Madrid, 12. Balearic Islands, 15. Canarian Islands, 20. And Valencian region, Valencia town, 14 degrees today. And this, as you could have seen right here, this is what's happening right now on our lovely Mediterranean Sea here in Alberia. This is the storm and the waves today. I hope you enjoyed watching today's latest news update from Spain and Benidorm, and I'll see you tomorrow with another interesting video with a walk tour from Benidorm city center. I'll see you then. Bye.